Runners sent on their way from the 1400-metre marker. Meritocracy is one of the trailers with Biker Babe. SITIA's there. All Rain is keen along the rail. On the outside, Brave and Bold. Salsa Queen's back fourth. Parallelogram, Excelistic's on the inside. Under the Stars is in the pink near the rail, racing about 5 or 6 lengths off them. Biker Babe is taking the scenic route on the outside of runners. Zinzara's giving them about 7 lengths start at this stage, then Continuum, and Bridal Veil's one of the trailers. Metrocracy is behind that, about 10-11 lengths off the leader. SITIA continues to lead it. Back in second is Brave and Bold. All Rain is further back in the run. Biker Babe is on the outside, doing it the hard way. Zinzara's also on the move, then Salsa Queen. They are followed by Excelistic. Parallelograms further back in the run with Bridal Veil. Top of the lane that comes, SITIA leads it. All Rain is back in second. Towards the outside is Brave and Bold, Salsa Queen. Zinzara's making a bit up the outside, and towards the inside, Excelistic. Coming down to the last 150 metres though, SITIA leads it. Zinzara, Metrocracy's running on towards the inside. Under the Stars, All Rain. SITIA still leads it. Meritocracy's running strongly on the inside. Zinzara the outside. Bridal Veil takes off from nowhere. I think SITIA made it. SITIA maybe from Meritocracy back in that second, and Bridal Veil's also involved, very, very close. Maybe number 10, SITIA, just makes it home. Meritocracy's on the inside. Bridal Veil nearest us. Well, just go back a fraction. Yeah, I think SITIA just makes it home in the white silks. Meritocracy's on the inside. That is obscured. Bridal Veil takes off nearest us, back in that third position. Zinzara is further back in the running. There's a length covering the first 4 horses. Salsa Queen is further back. And then came Brave and Bold, All Rain, and Under the Stars. It's a wide open affair at this stage, and SITIA with the white silks. Towards the inside, Zinzara's in the orange towards the outside, and Bridal Veil really takes off. Meritocracy is towards the inside, but down to the line, SITIA will just make it home. A 3-way photo. The tote favourite is number 5. That's Under the Stars. That's it for the 10th and last. Craig Peters signing off.
It was a very nice run earlier on today from Duncan House's filly called Fiorella in the Will Abington, and he's got one on the board, and this time it is number 10, SITIA, the daughter of Captain Al, a solid horse. It must be an absolute pleasure for the guys that bred her and own her as well, daughter of Captain Al. But before we talk about this win, let's talk about Fiorella, who we mentioned has actually been supplemented for this year's Vodacom Durban July. A brilliant run. You know, at one stage she looked like she was beat, but she fought all the way to the line.
It is, you know, it makes my job easier when horses try as hard as that. She's got a lot of guts. She's got a real fighting spirit. I've always believed that she was a filly that was going to come on as she got older. And if you think back in February of this year, she was getting beat in a rated 78 race. So the improvement from the horse is phenomenal. I'm very proud and I'm very lucky to be able to train a horse like that.
You know, the thinking behind and supplementing the Vodacom Durban July, it seems to be on track now, Duncan.
Look, we've got a lot of decisions to make in the next couple of weeks. I did supplement her after the Guineas because of the quality of horse that we beat. I just felt it would be unfair not to take a chance or think about running in the July with a horse that's starting to show this sort of ability. She is still a young horse, and we have to take that into account. And I think, you know, with the way she's handicapped in the race will play a large part. But let's see how we go over the next couple of weeks, and let's see how she takes the run from today.
Thanks for the feedback there, Duncan. Much appreciated. Now, coming back to this filly, a model of consistency.
She's been a filly. She lost her way a little bit after she won her maiden, and then she started to come back to herself. She found her feet again. And funny enough, when she ran last time out, I just got the impression she shifts all over the show in races. And I I thought maybe coming back to the 1400 could be a touch sharp for her, so I decided to put the blinkers on her during the week. It did the trick. Well done to Muzzy, rode a great race on the horse. It's nice to have him back in the saddle. And on the whole, the yard's doing really well at the moment. We've come back to form. We had a winner in 2 seconds today, so it's nice to be back in the winner's box.
And a nice way to end off a big race day as well, Duncan, so well played.
Great. Just also, if I could say well done to the sponsors of the Daily News, and it was a fantastic day's racing. It's always good to see these good horses performing. It's very encouraging when you can compete against them and the horses run well.
Well played.
Great.
Lovely. Let's get Muzi Yeni in, and of course, earlier on today, I mean, that filly, she ran her heart out, didn't she?
Yes, she did, and you know, I came out well, and she's the type of filly you can't ease and sprint, and I wasn't sure whether to let Warren lead, but I was concerned if he might ease it up on me and it turns into a sprint. So I done it the hard way. I went. He kept me honest on the inside. I'm sure you could see he wasn't giving up his position. Just made her work a tad too hard, and at the finish it almost told. But she showed a lot of guts, resolution, and she never gave up. Always in the saddle. I always felt like she was keep on fighting on.
Yeah, she's came with a very good win here. She certainly wasn't winning out of turn. But I just want to cast your mind back to the Will Avington. You know, I had a chat with Duncan about the filly that you said and her. I know that you may be committed to Coral Fever. I don't know what your plans are, but the filly, she ran a brilliant race this afternoon.
Yeah, she ran her heart out. You know, sometimes you're hard on yourself. You know, first time trying the 2000 and maybe slightly conservative, and Grant probably made a good move for her filly to tackle me on early. But she never laid down. She fought till the death and went down half a length at the end. You know, he knows this filly very well, and first time riding her, I don't think she was disgraced there. Just thanks to Anton, told me a lot about her, and she was game in defeat.
Well, it's a nice way to end off and have a winner on the board on Daily News Race Day, so well done with that, Muzi.
Thank you very much. I want to wish your man Anthony Dalpesh well. I'm sure, I don't know if he's watching racing today. Probably misses it so much. I just wanted to wish him a speedy recovery. I know in racing we move on with the game, but he's always in our thoughts.
What's your figure?
We're on 122. 122.
122, and who's getting that cap?
Who's gets? I'll give it to the guys in the stand.
Well done, yeah, Muzi. Nice way to end it off.
Thank you. Just thanks to Mr. House and the racing team for the opportunity. Obviously, while Anthony's off, they've given me the opportunity, and I appreciate it. Well done to Clever Play Stud as well, and winning form.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Lovely. Muzi Yeni going to give the cap. Let's see who's he giving it to. 122. Yeah, one of the lucky guys got the cap. 122 for Muzi Yeni. If you caught the score, Tet, 10, 6, 2, and 7. That's the way they crossed the line. And it's a wrap of our Daily News Race Day, finishing the Will Avington and the Lonsdale Syrup Cup. Yeah, a big thank you to all the guys, Warren Lenferner, Kevin Shea, Sheldon Peters, of course, Craig Peters calling all 10 races as well. I know Raymond Rogers was producing on one studio. We had Denver, Mr. Chris Chips Grantham in the other studio. But a meeting will never go by without a mention of the best and hardest working cameraman on course, who is none other than Zain. From myself, Deez Diana, until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.